Coach, you're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest three-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 36.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Here are the starters defensively for the Chargers. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Set. 60 or. Drop deep.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jones, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Good job.
Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they did go run, so you were right. Maybe a little more breathing room for 4th down.
Well, no one wants to be accused of playing it safe, right? But instead, they would just reverse it and say, we're playing it smart.
Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Take it at the 37. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not
that
mistaken,
does,
correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 8 catches, 109 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong. Takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On the set. 57 the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Sponge. No. Ready.
2nd and 15. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 23.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
60 Pittsburgh.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Caught here by Conley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Chris Conley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check three.
Off play action. Jones finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First down, Los Angeles.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
You ready?
Jones on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Jones, and this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A toss play, Gordon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 31. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Gordon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's got the hook up with Conley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll drop the throw. And able to find Conley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Down. 90, Wolf. 57 to Mike. Check, 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 check. Joker, 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 joker. You get it. Come.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
That's how we do, G.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
57, Mike. Mike 57.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now. Groves, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody will press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Go, 50, plant.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, he's got it to Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
First down, Chargers.
Jones now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones sets up the screen to Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Hit it. 57 Mike. No chance.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Cooper again the target. 3rd down here. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Well, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We got to worry about a grounding call when you're throwing from back there. No flag on that play, but maybe, possibly.
Well, that's one that we have certainly seen called before.
Yeah, I think what you have to be cognizant of is where he is on the field. Is he in the pocket or out of the pocket? About whether or not that flag would be pulled.
It's caught. Cooper.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they got some pressure, maybe hoping to get a safety, and they get roughing the passer.
And gave up a pass completion as well. Nothing really went right on that play for them.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8-3. Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Freeman again, a first down carry. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop that time, Terrell Basham. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Jones now on 3rd down. Fighting to stay upright. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K-Rod short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for L.A. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, 4 down.
He'll look to throw. Cooper's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And Freeman lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Anything to make of this, or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's Jones. Off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Jones to throw on 3rd down, and that is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 20. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll lift a throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. He'll drop to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now this throw caught left side. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And his pass incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense, we get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, and then just take them one game at a time, right?
Yeah, they have to. And look, so the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So, yes, take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no let up, no getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their goals.
A big gain that time for the Chargers. 37 yards. Completes it to Lee. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Jones now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got jump.
Now Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the pass.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
60 outlaw.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors,